so I want her to be happy with it at the end. So I'm a little more actually patient on the starting because I want her to actually be just, it's her decision as much as it's mine.
I mean, we needed to agree upon what we liked, and once again, we went back to the store a couple of times, but I would never have thought I was going to choose this style that we ended up putting on the floor.
Yep.
But now I'm like, oh my gosh, I would never have changed it.
All right, hi, I'm Matt.
I'm Katie.
We are a married couple that lives together, loves together, and builds stuff together. The people that flipped this before didn't do as good of a job as they could have. It looked awesome, but things weren't quite done A to code and B just for the longevity of the project. It was a full gut, so down to studs. We expanded the shower. This used to be a full wall. We wanted to clean it up and open it up a little bit. New vanities, everything all new, backsplash. We just really revamped it and brought it up to a little more modern standards.
It just really opened up this whole space. We were able to make it a lot lighter and brighter in here. For a small bathroom, it's kind of all we could do here. But I think we did a great job in refreshing it.
A couple weeks worth of work, but it was 3.5 months of.
Let's be honest, the demo and really getting that stuff out went quick.
Yep.
And then obviously Matt started on floors and really worked on those, and that didn't take that long. It was kind of really making sure you have the right process in place.
Well,
I was like, wow, you want big or little?
We were without this bathroom for 3.5+ months, but actual work days, it was only a couple weeks worth of work. We waited almost 2.5 months to try to get the right tile, and it still wasn't, so we had to get creative. And then glass was great. That takes a little while once it's ordered, and that's fine. And they had to redo one of the glass panels, but
we didn't want to put a toilet in until the glass was done, just for space. And then it's the extra things you put in at the end.
I mean, the stress of doing it for yourself is probably easier because On the construction site, certainly I'm going to clean up all the tools, and I'm not going to want it to take as long as it does, and all the other stuff that goes along with that. Whereas here, yeah, it's our house. I can go work for an hour and a half, 2 hours on some days where I wouldn't do that on a job. I could just stack stuff in here and kind of leave it because A, I know it's safe, and B, it's my own house.
I want to make sure that every single thing is done, as it should, and things look right, and we double check things, and we're measuring to, to make it perfect at the end of the day, which I think there's a couple times Matt was like, yeah, it's good enough in here. I see one right now over there. Anyway.
Not cool.
But no, I do think you just take that extra few minutes when you're at somebody else's house, and I'm always very particular about looking at those things. Just making sure you're really looking into those specific little details.
Certainly working with the client, the homeowner as well, to the layout. Whereas here, we're just looking at it as we go. We're talking about it when we're having dinner.
Sure.
But on the job site, it's like you will lay out a bunch of tiles and how you want it to start, where you want it to go, where you want the glass to hit, etc., with the customer before ever moving on.
Right. We got to be like, oh, let's lay the tile out a different way and see how we like it. And we can adjust and say, you know what?
There's no argument with a client. There's an argument with your better half about how things should go.
Matt will always help with those things. Like, I don't think you're going to enjoy that color once I put it in or that it's installed. So he always gives his, opinion.
But it's only an opinion. It was an opinion. You make the decision as a client. I've done enough installs to know when something's not going to lay out correctly or it's not going to look good with a couple of the other features. And then, that's for a client.
Right. We're there to make them happy. So whatever they say they want penny tiles, we're doing that. They say they want a tile laid a certain direction or a certain way. That's how we do it. But with our own project, we were able to kind of fly by the seat of our pants and say, well, you know what? That doesn't look right. Well, you weren't really observing any patience with this man. There were a lot of thrown hammers.
Wow. Shots fired.
Absolutely, I love it. The bathrooms turned out fabulous. Honestly, we were chatting earlier, what would we have changed? I wouldn't have changed really anything.